everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer, and welcome back to my 2d6 Realm campaign. Tanidam is my adventurer. He's level 2, got 20 health. And in the last video, I found the stairs down to dungeon level 2. But I also had the secret chute to get back up to the surface, which is what I'm going to do. In the meantime, in the dungeon, I found a bunch of stuff, which I've written into my log here. I also found gold and silver. Right now, my gold is sitting at 24, silver 37, copper 13. So I do have money to pay my taxes. Now, I'm using this board here to track. And in the last round of month 1, I chose to explore the dungeon. So when I come back up, it is going to be a new month. But before we do that, it's the end of the month, so I have to do some things. It says I have to collect income. Well, I don't really have anything right now generating income, so I'll mark that as done. Then I have to pay taxes. And how is that done? Well, you pay taxes based on the land that you have claimed, and it has a value, and it has a rank. And you multiply the size of it by the rank to get its tax value. And right now, I owe 28, 32, 35, 47 silver. Taxes are paid in silver. So 47 silver. I have 37 silver. 1 gold is equal to 10 silver, if I remember right. So I'll have 23 gold left. And no silver, but my taxes are paid. Now, if you don't pay your taxes, there's a penalty in the game. You have to it's like interest or whatever, but I don't have to worry about that right now, so I'm not going to. It says total up the taxes you claim, give the amount, must be paid every month at the end of round 6. Delete the tax total from your ledger. Paying taxes does not take any time or use a round. If you can't pay, you must pay an extra gold coin in the next turn on top of the silver. If you can't pay again, you lose 1 plot or plot area that you choose, and its ownership passes on to a random landowner. So definitely want to pay your taxes. At the end of round 6, you restore your adventurer's health. He's back up to 20. Let's see. During the turn, you can restore HP. Monthly event. All right, so restore health. I have done that. And the check realm awareness. We'll do that in just a second. The roll, the monthly event. So the realm awareness, you do that before you roll on the monthly event. So we're at year 837, and I've paid my taxes. I didn't do any income. Realm wellness. It's a new stat for 2d6 realm. It begins at 0. Apply any modifiers, even if you have no houses or manors, if you happen upon something that adjusts. Well, I did find something. It was called a shameful secret. I don't know. I've read and I've tried to find out what that means, but I can't seem to find it. I think that may be one of these 4 secrets that you're supposed to uncover. But the realm wellness modifier right now, apparently it sits at 0. I haven't found anything that makes it better or worse, but time will tell. We will see. So when that is done, I will now roll a monthly event. Now, the yearly event, I only roll when the year goes up, so I won't be having to do that. Now, the monthly event is RMEVT, which is on page 171. Page 171. And it is one of these 2d6 deals where you roll a primary and a secondary. So green is my primary. I rolled a 1-2. A wildfire. A fire rips through the most northerly building in your realm, taking it down to 1 health unless you have a well within 10 plots. No one is hurt. Well, for me, I haven't even started building any land, so that is that's a non-issue, and there is no yearly event. So that ends the first month. We will go to month number 2. And I will clear these out. And these are just, like I said, these are just tokens I use to track and make it easier for me to remember what I did, when I did it. And so there are 6 rounds per. Let's go ahead. Once per turn, you can visit town. Why do I want to do that? Because I have some things to sell. I may also want to buy a few things. And for that, we're going to be going to the game 2d6 dungeon. And you follow the process for returning to town, which is on page 33, excuse me. So I left the dungeon. There were no prisoners to liberate, so I don't have to worry about that. You can go to the market. All right. Well, I do have some potions. Why would I sell those? Because they really aren't helping me right now, and what I'd like to do is start building. So I'd like some gold. So I have a few potions, and I want to see how much I'm going to get. Now, when you sell a potion, you get half. And then you also have to roll to see if the merchants take advantage of you. So let's check this out. The potion, I'm not going to get rid of the potion of extra healing. That's just worth too much. It's worth 28 gold. I'll get 14 if I sell it. But I have a potion of shield aura, which is 18. So I could get 9 for that. I'm just going to write it here. 9 if I sell that. Potion of phasing would get me 4. It's not really worth selling. It can get you through a locked door in the dungeon. And then the potion of fidelity is +1 precision. It gets me 8 gold, so it would get me 4. And I also have, 13, that's half. That would be 13. And I had a robe, which I could sell for 5 silver, which isn't really even worth tracking. So 13 gold. I'm going to sell my fidelity, potion of fidelity, and my potion of shield aura. And 13 gold. But you have to roll to see if you get taken advantage of, which I think is a hilarious table. I love that it's there. So what you do is you roll 2d6. You add your adventurer level, which is 2, and you subtract your precision, which my precision right now is 1. Oh, it's actually 0. Or did it go up? At level 2, my precision is now +1. So that's good. +1. So the +1 negates the -1. Remember, you add your level and then you subtract your precision. Oh no, my level's 2. So roll this. I rolled an 8. +2 is 10. Minus precision is 9. And if I go to the chart for 9, it says, you did well and stood strong. You add 10% of the sale price of your loot. So 9 gold, 10% is what? 1 gold, round up. So I got 11 gold. So I will add that into my my notes for gold. There is another page that I forgot. Oh, is this it? Yeah. So I have 11 plus, what did I say? 23 plus 11 is 34 gold. Silver was 0 and copper was 13. And that is it. All right. After you go to the market to sell your stuff, you can go and buy things. Well, with 34 gold, there's not a whole lot I can buy. I could buy some more armor to help myself. Right now, the only armor I have is a padded tunic. Now, I also had, and it gives me a dice set of 5. I could, with the 34 gold, I could buy another piece of armor. I could buy a, well, that's 20. That doesn't leave me with much. I'm not going to buy any armor this turn because I want to see what I can do in terms of exploring plots, constructing, or upgrading buildings. So, with that done, again, you heal up. You do get to do a couple things, which I'm not going to do. Well, maybe I will. Hold on, let's see. So, you can go to the tavern. It says, before returning to the dungeon, you may spend the evening either at the tavern, listening to the gossip, or in meditation. Well, meditation allows you to get points for your gods or goddesses, and I think I would like to do that. I will go to the temple, and I guess I'll make a note here that my I'll choose Radicina. Radicina. I have 1 favor point. And that is it. All right. The town hall. Now, afterwards, you can go to the town hall and participate in an arm wrestling contest. It says you roll 2d6 and add your discipline, and my discipline right now is +1. And then you check this chart. The problem is you could lose health, you can lose gold if you lose, but you could also win. So let's try it. I'm going to go arm wrestle. I'm going to add my discipline of 1, which I'm going to double check that. My discipline is still +1. So I'm going to add it to this roll. That is a 7 + 1 is 8. You manage to win a few rounds before a broad veteran rolls up and beats you. He smiles, flips you a gold coin, and says, "Next time, kid." So now I have 35 gold. Excellent. Everything counts. And that is the end of town. So, with that done, now I would like to look at upgrading a building. All right, so when I go to my land here, I will notice that the meadow minus 20% to build, and the houses get +2 health. So how do you do this? Well, this will be the first time, so you're going to have to bear with me here. I would like to upgrade or build a building. So, you construct or upgrade a building is one of the options. So listen, I'm going to put this here, and this is what I'm going to do. Only a claimed plot that is part of your title can be built upon. Okay? Building structures is a core part of 2d6 Realms. You can only build on barren land, rocky, grassland, hills, meadows, woodlands, fields, shrubland, and burnt. I have meadows. I also have barren, but it costs +10 gold per building to build. Each plot that can be built on has 100 build points, which represent the size of the land space. Each plot has 100 build points. Sometimes the size of the plot can be each building has a set of stats. You must pay a set costing gold to start construction. See the building list table. When you construct a building on a plot, deduct the building size point from the total building points. If you do not have enough building points, you cannot build. You can construct multiple buildings on a plot if the total combined size does not exceed the number of build points. Now, the build points on the meadow, I believe, are 100. Each building will benefit the realm in some way. Most buildings will increase the rank of the plot because your taxes will go up. Each building has health points. Okay? When you start constructing a building, add it to the appropriate sheet. To complete a structure, you must fill the number of boxes. Okay, this is the amount of rounds it takes. So, block out the last box that is 1 beyond the hit point value to establish a limit. This is the amount of rounds it takes to build the structure. One HP box is ticked per round as the workers build their new workplace. If you forget to tick the box, this represents a slow. Once a box is built, you gain the benefits. Workers, that's an interesting. Don't you have to have workers, or is it automatically assumed that they will? That's interesting. Workers. Let's just take a look. Workers are vital to the operation. You gain workers through building houses and manors, and each house gives you 2 workers. All right, that's what it is. So let's build a house. Let's just start out with something real easy. Meadows, building cost is 20%, starts with +2 HP. So here we go. A simple house has 6 health. It takes 10 building points. So if a land has 100, you could build 10 houses on it. The cost is 20 gold. And its rank is 0. So they don't add to your thing. So I am going to, for the meadow, 100 building points. And it's an area, right? The meadow was, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 plots. So you can build 70. You can build a lot on these meadows. All right, so let's do that. So what I do is I come over to this house and manor. The plot tag is the meadow. The plot tag was 3 ME. All right, so I write that in, 3 ME. The building type is house. Size is 10. Level is, that's a good point. I don't know what level means. I'll have to look that up. Its rank mod is plus 0. It doesn't generate income. Workers, it will provide me with 2. Allocated workers. Interesting. I don't know what those mean. We'll have to read that. And then for the health points, health is 6, but remember I get plus 2. So it has 8 health, and you block out a house. The black box is so you put check marks in these 7, 8, and you block out 9. Okay, done. Building rank. Don't forget to add the rank to your. All right, if you build one plot of plot area, it only affects the rank of that plot. Okay, that's fine. When a worker is assigned, tick an assigned box. Each worker can only work on one building. So how do you? You have to have workers, but I think it just assumes if you're building a house, when it's finished, you will have 2 workers. So I'm choosing to build a house, and then it will house 2 workers that I can then allocate. And in order to do this, it says, to complete the structure, when you start constructing, add it to the appropriate sheet and tick the first HP. Okay, so you're not supposed to do that. Just tick the first one. When you start constructing, add it to the appropriate sheet and tick the first health point box. For houses and manors, use the house and manor building register, which I'm doing. For all others, use the building register. Okay, so that's what this other one is. Okay, so for house and manor. Then, to complete the structure, you must fill the number of boxes based on the maximum HP. Well, the maximum is 9. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to get in the 9. Block out the last box so you know when the building is complete. This is the amount of rounds it takes. So rounds. Okay, so every round I will check a box. So right now I check round 1. And then I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, or I'm starting on round 2, so I'll get 4 more check boxes for each round. That is cool. That's neat. I like that. This is the amount. Once a building is built, you gain the full benefit. If a building takes more than 2 points of damage, it is non-functional and must be repaired. Repair damage is of construction, gaining 1 health per round. Okay, so you basically have to assign a worker, and then it'll take 1 round to repair at 1 hit point, but it takes 2 points of damage. If it takes more than 2, excuse me. All right, that is kind of neat. I've not done this before. All buildings, apartment manors require workers. If you do not have enough workers for the building, it does not function and cannot be built until they're available. I am pretty sure a house was destroyed and then 2 workers. I am pretty sure I found a worker somewhere. I don't know. I will have to figure that out. So I think you have to find workers. Each house gives you 2 workers. Each manor gives you 3. Each worker can only work on 1 building at a time. Okay, yeah. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. If I make a mistake here, that's okay. This is all about learning how to play this game, and that is round number 2. For round number 3, now I have to subtract the gold because it did cost me 20 gold. So let's do that. So I'm back to now I'm down to 25 gold. And that is, I'll have to figure that out. All right, let's go ahead and explore some new plots because, that's part of the whole point here. Let's go ahead for round number 3. We will explore here next to the meadow. So if you remember, there's a process. You turn to page 178 to find out, 178 to find out what type of land it is. You roll the primary and the secondary. 2-2 is burnt woodland. Burnt woodland is BW, and this is the 6th thing. So 6, burnt woodland is BW. It is an area, rank 2. It's not unique, so it will be multiple. So now you roll to see how many plots it is. So again, let me get back to the process here. It's an area, so we will see if it takes up more. So you roll on what type of it is, and then you must establish who owns it. All right, so who owns it is on page, I forget, land tables, TLA. Yeah, you have to see if it's owned, and if it is, you can't claim it. But to claim it, you roll a d6. On a 3 to 6, there's no other claimant. No, so I can claim this land. That's fine. Then I have to figure out, roll to determine type, encounter the land, roll on the 5 plot. So encountering it, once a type of each of the land's own section where you will find, okay, on one turn, up to 6 new plots can be explored. All right, I knew that. Encounter the land. Okay, so we've got the land type. And then area. Okay, roll a d6. This is the number of additional squares. So you automatically get 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Burnt Woodlands has a unique symbol, and it looks like it's like stumps. I guess the trees are all burned down. So what I do is I copy this and I just paste it in all the other ones. So it's going to go here, it's going to go here, 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 and here. Because this crevice goes through that land. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go ahead and enter it into my ledger so I don't forget. It is 6 BR. It is Burnt Woodland. It is size 5, rank of 2, if I remember right. But because it's 5, I have to check to see if it's 5 squares or larger. You roll on 5 PT1, which means that it's probably got something else on it. 5 PT1 is 5 plots or more, page 158. All right, here we go. Let's roll it. 6-3. 6-3 is... There is some low cover here. Brush and grass make the going difficult, but you emerge onto a sheltered green upon which are pitched 2 tents. You decide to take a look. Roll on tent, T-E-N-T, T1, tent table 1. All right, I will roll on tent table 1, which is on page. There's always an index in the back. Tent, page 186. Hope there's not a monster in there. All right, tent. Here it is. Tent search table. Roll a d6. Each was a sack of Gilder hemp. I have no idea, but I'm gonna write it down. 5 times 2 is 10 silver. I haven't done the encounter yet, but I will. So we're still on 837. Just knocked the dice away. I need to write that down. There is, what was it, Gilder hemp? I have no idea what that is, but it's going in here. Gilder hemp. I will look that up later. A sack of Gilder hemp. Gilder hemp sack. Okay, now we go and encounter the land, and they're in alphabetical order, so I'm going to look for Burnt Woodlands. It starts on page 7, starts on page 69. Burnt Woodlands. All right, modifier. Let's go back to that. The modifier, Burnt Woodlands has obstacles to building. It takes 6 rounds to prepare the ground of a plot before you start building. So 6 rounds, then start building. Okay, well that's not too bad. It takes 6 rounds to prepare. All right, so now I roll to encounter it. You roll 2d6 and you add them together. That is a 10. The fire hasn't spread too far, and some of the trees are only singed. You look closer and see that some of them are cerulean oaks, hardy trees seldom seen in the heartland. You can cut these down and for one-time offer sell the wood for 50 gold in town. Or you can preserve the site and coppice the area as it grows. Select one plot in the area and make a note on the land log. This will give you an income of 5 gold every other month. So I could sell it all. I could sell all the wood for 50 gold right now, or I can gain 5 gold coins every other month. So it would take 20 months to get that 50 gold. But that's not, 20 months is not a lot if in the grand scheme of things. You're only doing 6 rounds per turn, or 6 rounds per turn per month. So every other month. I'm going to write this down. Page 79, option 10. Okay. I'm not going to sell it. I can always do that. You can cut these down for a one-time offer and sell the wood, or you can preserve it. So you can farm it for a while, but then if you decide you want the gold, you could do that. So cerulean oaks, hardy trees, or you can preserve the site and coppice the area as it grows. Select one plot and make a note on the land log. Okay, that's fine. One plot. This will give you an income of 5 gold every month. I'm gonna actually draw that on the map. I'll zoom in here and write plus 5 gold every 2 months. Nice. All right. Let me circle that so I don't ever forget it. Okay. Not bad. All right. So after I encounter it, or that was explore it, wasn't it? Oh, you know what? I did. Encountering it is what we did with defining its size and stuff like that. Exploring it is what I just did when I rolled on actually, no. Explore a new plot or plot area. Hold on. That's wrong. I did that wrong. Encountering it means you do roll on that thing. Exploring a new plot. Explore a new plot or plot area. I just did that on turn number 2. No, turn 2 I constructed. Turn 3 I explored a new plot, which is what I just did. And explore discovered site or return. That's what I'm talking about. So I did. I explored a new plot and I encountered it. Okay, let's keep going. What would I like to do next? Maybe I build some more buildings. I'm low on. I mean, 10 gold is it's 20 gold. It's 20 gold. Was it 20 gold or 10? I had 35. I should be down to 15. I can't do basic math. I'm down to 15. So I do not have enough gold to build another house. So that means let's explore another piece of land. Let's do this square right here. So TLAT1. I roll to see what it is. It is a 4-3. 4-3 is Marshland. Didn't I already have Marshland? No, I didn't. So Marshland is MA. So this is going to be 7 MA. And Marshland is area. But before we do that, we have to see, is it owned by somebody? It is not, so I can claim it, which I will do. And how many? It's an area, so it is 1 plus 3 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Marshland has a strange symbol. Let's find it. Marshland. It's a bunch of little twiggy looking things. Okay. So we can zoom in here and do a bunch of those, and then it's a bunch of little squigglies. But the good news is I don't have to roll on that 5. It will be here. Okay, let me copy it. Paste 4 times. Paste. 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 All right, we got 4 of them. Now I have to encounter it. And I also need to enter it into my log. So 7 MA Marshland, rank 2, size 4, so 8 silver, and it's Marshland. All right, let's roll Marshland. Building modifier, no buildings. All right, no buildings. Let's roll the 2d6 and see what we encounter. That is a 6. You wander through the marshland and find that the water level is high here. If there are heavy rains, there could be flooding. Apply +1 unrest immediately in 2 houses in your realm over concern for the chance of flood. At one of the wet banks here is a hole. You can search it if you wish. B hole. Okay, let's do it. Let's search that. Bank hole 151. All right, bank hole 1. Roll 2d6 and add them. That's a 10. There's a pouch. It's old and forgotten. Inside is 2d6 gold. 6 gold. You know what? I'll take it. 6 gold. So I'm up to 21. And that was it. That was the encounter. All right. Well, that's all for this episode. I try to keep these under 30 minutes, and I went a little over, but I'll be back in a week with the next episode. Until then, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in a week. Everybody, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.